And vibes seem to be good, at least with some had funds and some tips coming out between them.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's very important in this map for Edge to control the, or like, address the stack coming out from Paravision. I don't think you want to see a really fast, fast timings on the BB. And then also at the bottom lane, I think it's very volatile. It can easily go really poorly, really fast. So, but if they're able to address stacks, not let it profit, control the tier 1 pressure, and then you need to have a solid game on the centaur. It's gonna be interesting. I think the draft is slightly favored for Pari, but I wouldn't say it's crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely fair. It's just this. It mostly comes from the one lane, right? The Monkey King Centaur thing, I think, is where most of our grievances come from, at least in the laning phase. But yeah, if they get into the mid game with an even advantage, then it really should be a pretty even game.
Yeah, I think the Quap can actually do so much this game, provided the net worth and XP is balanced enough.
Yep, and I would say TA is the most powerful carry in the game.
Yeah,
that's a pretty sweeping statement, but the hero
I would agree.
is so good. So if you can get her online, she will just carry the game for you. Michael getting kind of isolated here. Chased by the monkey down the river, and will be the first blood going to 9 class. Get the last little click in there.
Fortunate. Permanent agility feels good.
Yeah, that one agi really going to make a difference in the laning phase.
Right. Potentially going to have some fast boots though, which will be nice.
Yeah, that is true. We're going for the cheaper resources at the moment. Stick, tangos, just realizing that this is going to be a very harassment-heavy lane, and got to be prepared for it. So, can PP survive the tree in the middle lane? I mean, what is the best strategy here? Ignore the tree or try to kill the tree?
I mean, it's a good question, because the tree is it's so tanky, right? It takes you such a long time to deal with it, and I also like what no one is doing with the Blightstone here. Quap is not the highest armor hero. It's like 4 armor -2 with the Blightstone. So definitely being able to, oh, where's the 9 class here? He doesn't have a TP if he dies here.
He might just be gone. Yeah, that's a lot of damage coming out onto him. Yodomi and Pai getting aggressive early on and finding a really big kill to start up this lane. It's going to be a walk of shame back for the Slug, unless he wants to wait about 15 seconds for his TP, which I don't think he will, so...
Yeah, that's really big, actually. They might go for BMS wall here. No, they won't.
I think it's a little tough, especially near the tower. But still, lane's in a very awkward place.
Yeah, weird spot here with 2 waves meeting at once, right, in top lane, so... You have to give up either one of them, pretty much.
Well, nobody's getting the the other wave at the moment.
Right. So I guess it's fair.
Running back. Yeah. They will now split it up, as Michael having to limp out of the bottom lane, getting jumped by Decisive and Satanic. Ooh, Satanic starting things off a little bit aggressively here in the bottom lane. He's got a whole bunch of CS. Really doesn't have anything.
12 and 2, that's a really strong start. It's rushing the treads as well, no corrosion, which I can respect. I don't think there's going to be any offensive potential right now for Vitali and Michael here, so might as well just get the stats out of the gates, right?
Yeah, and expediting your next timings as well. As soon as you finish those dreads, you can start looking towards your next item. So it'll lead him to a really quick Battle Fury or whatever he wants to go for.
Yeah.
Honestly, you might even see him going Diffusal or something like that. Mid
it's funny,
also...
he can man up like this with the wave tanking him.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He just doesn't care at all. If you let him get off the Jingu. I mean, it's not much level 1, but still enough to be annoying. The mid is not going well so far. CS is okay, but resources-wise, it's a bit of a struggle. The bottle's coming out at about 3 minutes in. There are, of course, no water runes up for grabs, so that's already a bit of a painful situation for PP.
It's one of the annoying things playing as Prophet in the mid lane too, right? He can always send a Treant to one side and go for the other one with his hero. So if you're not stronger than him, then it might be hard to get the water runes. Then on top of that, he has so much pressure, right, against his squishy Quap right now. So
yeah.
Considering the fact that there's no refills in Dota, hasn't been for a little bit, then lanes like this can actually be hard for these int heroes.
Yeah, you shut them out. They can't cast their spells and things get awkward very quickly.
Yep.
What do you think of PP going for, you know, not going dagger is very common on mid-quap now, right? But in a lane like this where you're going to struggle, could it have been an option?
The problem is I don't think he's trading with the Prophet anyway, right? Even if he has the dagger. I think just a 3-ent plus Blightstone factor is way too strong. And I don't think the harass is necessarily gonna matter for no one. He can always just TP himself back to base and get out instantly, right?
Oh no, 9 class takes a rune and now pounces into PP. No one cannot land the Sprout though, so PP gets away for now.
Obviously, he also denied the bottom water rune with his 3-ent, so this is bad news for
now
PP.
9 class as well, using the Barracuda to spot out the ward, get the deny. Yodomi comes in though. It's a nice ice path, but no one's going to stand his ground, and PP doesn't have the health to back out Yodomi. 9 class, more than happy to take a bit of damage here, has the Lotus, has the Pounce, never in any danger. More than happy to try to bait out a bit more damage onto Yodomi and continue the pressure.
Walk of shame for PP right now on the Quap, which is, I mean, not the end of the world that Yodomi rotated. He ends up getting all this XP for himself, but it's really rough for PP, isn't it? 10 CS only, minutes 5 almost.
That is less than ideal. Fiddly also having a miserable time down in this bottom lane. Tries to come near the creep wave, getting whipped up. That's actually going to cancel the stomp. Satanic won't finish the job, but doesn't really need to. Fiddly's not coming anywhere near this creep wave now.
Actually, going to set up onto no one here right now, but he's very tanky. Only level 4 on PP.
Yeah, they're going to need a little bit more than this, and I don't think they're going to find it. Right click's coming through, but the Quap getting low as well. Whip comes down, no one will die. PP dies at the same time as Michael being chased up to the high ground. He will also be dropping. It's a double for Ducalis as 9 class looking to run down Yodomi as well. Not a ton of damage on this Slark just yet, but as long as he can keep up with Yodomi, he might well just get this kill. The boots already from that first blood out, but getting under tower isn't really an option here, not with a snowball up, so will be a trade. I think killing off no one there is gonna feel okay for Edge, honestly.
It does feel okay, but for PP, he doesn't have a TP, right? He just had to walk base right before it, so oh no, that's so much damage.
Under tower, Satanic, absolutely zero chill. He sees the supports rotating towards the mid lane, takes advantage of Yodomi now being jumped as well. 9 class gets him under the tier 1. It's getting messy here, folks, as Ducalis now getting dropped. Jump away from PP, trying to get away from this, but I'm not sure he's going to survive. Double whip coming out as well. The box just to save. No, it won't save 9 class. PP patient on the Scream of Pain to grab that kill, so.
Yeah, I mean, you get some trade kills here, at the very least, for Edge, but the problem is Quap is not getting a lot of XP while this happens, right? But I get the idea. They're trying to play around mid. Pyke doesn't need any help in the top lane, right? And bottom just seems like mission impossible, so I get the idea, but it's not so easy for them, right? I feel like there's no one Prophet is so strong currently before PP gets his level 6. Which he's about to have, to be fair. That could definitely change things.
All this action in the middle lane has given him a little bit of an XP, not advantage, but he's going even on XP with no one.
Potential wisdom still here.
Huge.
He has the Wukong.
Oh, potentially Satanic. Oh, okay, he's got level 6. Never mind. This gets awkward very quickly now, as Michael is going to drop. Vidley also in trouble as well. Ducalis coming in for this one, surrounded by heroes. Vidley, oh, he gets the dagger off on him as well. He's gone, but there's a level 6 on PP. Cuts through both of them. Gets the kill to Ducalis, but Satanic and no one still absolutely fine. Able to wrestle this shrine out of Edge and grab themselves the double wisdoms.
Yeah, that is rough. Not what you wanted. I mean, you get the Ringmaster with your Quap bolts, but now you spent your biggest cooldown that you have in this early game, and you didn't get a single Wisdom Shrine. And if the XP was a problem before, it's going to be way more right now.
Certainly looking like it's all going to be down to Pyke, and now 9 class. Yeah, they're bringing everybody, and why wouldn't you? It's a TA, get her out of the game. Damage coming in. Satanic gets low, but not low enough, and with the Jingu can heal himself right the way back up again. Nice movements, and Edge just a little bit too slow to react to it.
Yep, really good movements on them. They're not going to go for the tower, which I think it's understandable. They just want to keep, you know, presence on every single lane, but the Monkey is so good at doing this, right? And this was without the Prophet, mind you, so they have even more to bring every single time they want to go on Pyke right now. And I don't think there's a proper response Edge can do, really, with this. There's no Sonic Wave and Vitality. There's no way he's going to be able to join the game sitting at 1700 net worth Centaur.
9 class, recognizing there's wards here, but it's going to kind of just walk up the high ground with Dart Pact on and be absolutely fine. He's just impossible to kill, and yeah, just double checking the wards, making absolutely sure. Actually, it looks
DM with
like he tried to get the D ward, but didn't quite manage it. Or he's blocking the Ancients actually for the TA.
Okay.
That's smart.
Yeah, that's really good actually. Considering the fact they haven't attempted a tower yet, always getting these Ancients out. Like we mentioned in the pregame as well, right? It's such a big farming spot for the TA, so very heads up from 9 class. This is why he's so good at these heroes, right? He knows exactly what the heroes need and which areas to contest on the map. And he's constantly giving vision like this. There's no way they're gonna punish him.
Gets the sentry, doesn't get the observer. Jumping onto Yodomi here. Yodomi, though, going to get himself out with the ice shards there. Great usage of those shards to try and get himself to safety, but DM is still chasing. He's got the goo down. He's got the quills coming out as well. Yodomi, I'm not sure he's got an escape route here. Snowball across to the creep, but death will come. Managed to reset the goo at the very least, but yeah, one more quills does do the job. Satanic tries to steal, doesn't manage though. DM gets a kill.
He bought a fair amount of time there, to be honest, but they're still going to lose the tower. Something that Pari always does well is that they make sure that they bring a lot of heroes when they actually go for these tower commitments. And it just makes sure that no moves are going to be wasted, right? There's no trade as well for Edge here, so very good start. And now TA loses access to those precious Ancients.
I'm going to be sad about that one. Not having a terrible game, but having a terrible game if you compare it to the other team's carry, which you probably shouldn't do, but...
I mean, the main problem is, like, Vitali is having such a rough one, right? It's gonna be a while until he can really be involved in this game. He's gonna want this Vanguard and then Blade Mail and Blink, right? We're talking another 10 minutes at the very least, right? With this current farm speed.
Yeah, definitely. And Satanic going for the interesting build here. Not moving into Battle Fury, Diffusal, or anything like that, but instead looking for the Radiance, Manta, and Shard is what he's got queued up. So this is a very sticky build where he just wants to stay on these heroes which don't want to have a Radiance carry in their faces. Yeah. Stay on the TA, cancel out.
I really like the Radiance. It makes a ton of sense, right? It gives you base damage, of course. Let's see. Okay, just poking them around with. Actually, he wants to man up.
Apparently, yeah. Trying to set up. I mean, he knows he's got the box behind him. Still holding onto this pounce this entire time as well.
Just Slark things. But yeah, speaking about the Radiance, I think it's such a good item choice this game. It gives you damage, of course, which you need. It gives you farming speed, evasion as well, miss chance. I don't know, it makes a ton of sense against a TA. And it's not going to slow down your scaling at all, right? And when you're this far ahead, you can definitely afford to go for a slower item, I guess. It's not really that slow, right? But it's not like your Diffu Rekka Saber or something.
Here we go, though. They're going to make the attempt onto the Monkey King, but immediately seen by Ducalis and 9 class. Monkey King up onto the trees. Wukong's command available. Going to get used. Stampede is available if they want to use it, but they're not going to use it to save their slug. Maybe still looking at Satanic here. So hard to go after him with this Wukong's, though, and still has a good few seconds left upon it.
Yeah, I don't think they're done here for Pari.
I don't think they are either. Look at PP gonna get feared up, controlled up. There's the Stampede coming out, but it's too little, too late. PP is dead. Michael as well in some trouble, dodging out the dagger, but there is way more than that to dodge out. Won't be able to do so. Satanic, he turns around, he gets a triple. They attempted to make a play onto the Monkey King, but if you come for the king, you better not miss.
Right. I mean, it's so hard for them. They have a level, Tusk was level 5 in that engagement, and Barasta is level 4. They got the Dagon on PP with no boots, which is kind of interesting, but no, it's so hard to fight them when you're this far behind in terms of XP.
Yeah, I respect the Dagon no boots in this kind of game. You're just going to need all the damage you can get to try to blow up these pesky heroes like the Slark, but they just don't throw it all down. Didn't get off the Dagon, so won't use the Sonic Wave.
Yeah, it's hard. Not sure it's going to be enough regardless, right? The Slark is 1k HP, 1.1 almost, so...
Yeah, I don't think so. Sonic Wave just doesn't do enough this early on into the game.
Yeah, gonna get the Yules as well, so... I don't know, when can they actually do something to Slark, you know, because Hex doesn't really cut it, you know, Centaur for sure doesn't work against a Slark, so... He's always gonna be a problem, and with more items as well, it's just gonna compound even more.
Let's not forget, first phase Slark, they knew exactly what they were coming up against, Edge.
Right.
And their solution to it, well, it's not doing anything.
I think the problem is, right, you know, the traditional counters to a Slark, which would be like a Disruptor or something, you know, these heroes are not... Frankly, it's hardly playable in this meta, right? There's way too many other good supports, so... I guess the Slark is just in a good spot meta-wise, and obviously when you have one of the best players as well, why not just go for it like they did? Another Wisdom steal here.
Absolutely. Satanic.
Yeah, Domi's trying to stay on the Radiant side, but he actually gets it.
Oh, he does manage it.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah, you take that for sure. In this kind of game, big win.
Yeah. Permanent agility though.
Yeah, that is full permanent agility for 9 class. Oh, 6 permanent. I mean, that's actually starting to add up.
I wonder if he's gonna go for like a Mage Slayer or something after the Yule. You know,
yeah, start to get a bit more clicking going on, because it is such a good Slark game for him.
Right? I mean, I guess it'll depend on if they get the Tormi or not, and if he ends up getting the shard out of it. But wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of hybrid build for him. Especially in a game like this, right?
Absolutely, he's going to be clicking so much in these fights. But take damage onto Pyke doesn't hurt either if he can get a couple of clicks off on the TA.
Looks like he's going to go for the Deso first on Pyke, which... Yeah, makes sense. They're going to need all the damage they can get. I don't think Vitality is going to offer much in terms of damage right here. It's going to be all through Pyke and PP. So... I like this Halberd purchase as well from DM. It makes total sense, right, against a TA. We see a lot of bristles, they skip the Vanguard in games, but usually I think this item is very underused right now for offlaners. I really like it when you go for the Rush Vanguard onto BB and Darkseer and these heroes.
Yeah, it's simple, but it's very cheap, very powerful, and it also builds into like multiple solutions these days as well, which is kind of nice.
It just makes you so hard to deal with in the early game, and I mean, in a game state like this, maybe it didn't need it, but I think the Halberd is such a good upgrade against the TA specifically. The Dire lineup damage output is super limited, and if you can take away the TA for 5 seconds in a fight, that's just going to protect you so much, your whole team, essentially.
Absolutely. But Satanic still continuing to farm up an absolute storm here, hitting 10k net worth at 16 minutes. That is really, really ridiculous.
Yeah, that is brutal.
Pretty crazy that this is the second time I've seen this today. Hero hitting 10k net worth at around the 16-minute mark.
Who was it before?
It was Yopaj on his Sand King.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was watching, actually. They ended up losing that game, didn't they?
They did, yeah. Let's
it was like 13.
Don't move in the same direction.
It was like 13-0 at some points.
Yeah, absolutely dominating the game, just killing everybody all over the map, but couldn't quite finish it out. And then the small issue of double Ravage, double Cataclysm, double Golem.
Yeah, double everything.
Yeah, sort of put an end to them. Oh, now it's time for Roshan for Paravision. It's going to be the next protocol. What do you think the reasoning is behind Manta rather than Aghanim Scepter for Satanic?
I just think the extra wave push from the Manta, so you can use them to get another wave, right? To dispel Shadow Strike, dispel Meld. So just gonna offer him more utility, both in terms of farming and in terms of, you know, sticking in a fight. I understand the Axe is way more damage, right? It's better for pushing as well, but it feels like he can optimize his build. He doesn't need to be like at max damage output this early into the game. He can look for a 3, 4, 5 item timing if he wants to. You know, they're controlling the entire map, so making sure he can speed up his farm and not die is always going to be good in a place like this.
Look at 9 class, dude. This is just ridiculous. He's running around in the middle of 4 heroes. Why do I feel like he's absolutely fine? Like,
they're gonna stampede for this?
Surely they kill him. He has to die here.
Nice
cut down from Michael, catching out the Monkey King, but the box is there from Decisive, saving the day with the escape act. And now, well, they'll jump in a little further. Sonic Wave cutting out onto 3 of them, but it's just not enough to cut the mustard. Fiddly's gonna fall. SDM looking for Yodomi. Yodomi gets a blink away though, and gets himself to safety.
Pyke in trouble as well. It's got his blink flying out, but I wonder if it's going to be in time.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like he will be able to use it here, even if it does come, and he will get cut down by Satanic. Now it's going to be a double kill for the Monkey King. Once again, they feel like they got the monkey, but not quite enough.
I mean, you gotta wonder, like, can it get better than that for Edge, right? I mean, obviously this Lark, they can't really kill him, right? But they get a cut onto Satanic, but it doesn't really matter, right?
No, like, Callus is there. Escape Act, such a good ability for getting people out of this situation, and Michael's just going to get run down. That was the real reason for the Radiance there, by the way. You guys might be thinking like, oh, evasion into TA, oh, you know, like all these different reasons. Absolutely not. It's just to kill the Shaman easier. Trust me, guys.
Right. Exactly. I mean, Edge, they just have no control of the game right now, and it's everything is going to happen on Paravision's terms. I mean, right now they're trying to go on DM, but Satanic is coming over.
Uh-oh. Yodomi already half health from all of this. And Satanic just runs into everybody. How's it going, guys? What is up? Damage coming through. No one is here. No one getting chugged by Pyke, but Pyke, he's getting chugged by everybody on the side of Paravision. Turned up 2 fights in a row now on this Templar Assassin and just dying twice in a row without getting anything for it. Quills will be there to finish off Michael. Somehow Prophet gets the kill. Right clicks. And yeah, 12k gold advantage in 19 minutes. This one, it ain't looking so hot, Hanskin.
Yeah, I mean, this is not the entry to the game you would have liked if you're Pyke, right? I think already they were on somewhat of a timer. They had to get something done, but now with Pyke showing up and dying twice, I don't know what the plan has. Like, how do you solve this even if you're Edge? It would have to be some ridiculous overextension from Paravision at this point.
Yeah, which feels very unlikely. They're a very disciplined team.
Right. And they're also, you know, no trolling with the builds. You know, DM going for the pipe as well, so that's going to neglect pretty much everything that PP can do. And if Pyke is not solving or like giving them the solutions that they need, then it's tough.
This will work.
They are able to save their tier 2 and potentially get themselves the second wisdom of the game, but
Yo, let's go. But
for this,
Satanic is also coming up the high ground. Looking at
nice
Yodomi.
from Yodomi, actually.
Yeah, it's sort of interesting to see someone hiding around that tree. Oh, they sniffed it out. But the wisdom, it's already been taken. Pyke's already got it. All right, good stuff, Pyke. He gets the wisdom. Might be dying for it, but you know, nobody takes 3 wisdom runes out from Edge.
Well, how do you stop this now? I feel like Satanic, he can go tier 4 even if he wants to, you know. Like down to 40. There's
slow down there, Hanskin. Tier 4 is maybe a little bit jumping the gun a little bit, but yeah, I'm not too comfortable for Edge's high ground right now.
Right. I mean, he's about to lose Aegis in 30 seconds, but I don't think he minds at this point, right? Has he even died this game? He has not.
For the viewers though, this is best case scenario because the Paravision absolutely crushed this game where they kind of they trolled on the band but didn't troll on the picks at all. Then it's pretty high likelihood that we get a bit of trolling on the picks of game 2, but Aegis will get dropped, but DM, he's just gooing them up right now. Snot flying everywhere. It's like a nursery in winter. So keep on going, looking to PP. PP, oh, he tries to turn around with a scream, but doesn't quite manage it. Gets killed off, and now with the Wukongs covering them, they can go up and take these barracks. Diddley and Pyke trying to play around 9 class here, but 9 class, of course, just seemingly immortal in this game. In comes a Depth Shroud, he's absolutely fine still. Or a Stampede just to try and get Fiddly to a bit of safety, but Monkey King still always looking for the next target, looking for the next hero. And in we go, dump, nice stomp onto 2. The stomp though, onto Satanic, he doesn't care at all. Snowball gonna put Yodomi in a slightly tricky situation, but he's got the Blink Dagger to get himself away, yeah, absolutely.
He's got a stun soon on Satanic.
It might just be enough to kill him, certainly will. 360 damage, it'll take him down. No more Tusk. Pyke also being jumped, tries to turn around with the slices, but gets himself disarmed by the Heaven's Halberd. Off DM, a buyback coming out for Yodomi, jumping in, killing off Ducalis. It's a kill, and I think at this point, they'll take anything they can get.
Yeah, I mean, you got 1 kill, cost your Yodomi buyback though, but the question is, can you get the map back? I don't think you can.
I don't think so. Pyke gonna try and farm the safest camps which he can imagine. Maybe cut wave in the hopes that they're going elsewhere on the map, and they are. They want to try and get this top wave in. There's still a tier 2 up here, so.
He's really gotta have... He really needs to finish his Ags on Quap, but... Still 2,000 gold away. Could potentially make a difference. Oh, missing the scream onto the creep. Unlucky.
Yes, unlucky to miss something onto the pre-programmed creeps.
You know, these AIs are getting smarter, aren't they?
That's true. Imagine if the creeps could learn from you
Oh shit.
throughout the game. That'd be epic. They start interrupting you with... actually, they already do that. I was gonna say, they start interrupting you with Tendrils of the Deep, but that already happens. So maybe it's already in there. They're learning.
If you've seen the the latest season of Black Mirror, there's an episode where creeps are taking over the world. So...
Oh, yep, true.
But yeah, right now it's Paravision taking over the world of Dota, and there's no entry.
Nice segue back. You're getting good at this hand skin.
Thank you, thank you. I'm trying.
Settings for TCAS here. So we take a look at Mr. Pike, about to be jumped, potentially, by a double damage Monkey King. He has a shard, so can get on top of him very, very easily. But Michael and Vidley are right behind, so we'll see.
We'll see if the bait ends up paying off here.
Satanic doesn't jump
wanna
in.
go for it. Yeah.
It's always scary with that shard, wondering whether they're going to commit or not. But I've also seen, I think this is the spell I've seen messed up most in competitive Dota.
Right.
Is
I feel
the,
like it happens once every single game almost.
Yeah, like it seems to be really difficult to get that one locked in. But here we go, going deep onto Pike. Any teammates coming to help out? Nope, the bait is over. And they will get that kill. But they do get a kill to no one up on the top side. I mean, that's the first big core kill I think they've got in this game.
Pretty big streak. It's a shame it didn't go to PP though. He would have had his Ags by now, but I don't think you can defend his racks without Pike present.
No, I don't think so. Even the dagger connecting on Vidley in the trees. They will find you wherever you are. One lane of barracks gonna fall.
Only one remaining. And yeah, about 2 minutes for Roche, but I don't know if Paravision wants to extend this game even longer. Oh, here we go with the...
Yeah, they're going for the catch on to 9 class, but once again, Escape Act is there to buy 9 class a bit of time, and it's the ulti coming through as well. Yeah, he's absolutely keeping it going here. Jump out, Hex onto the Slug, but still Yules, still Depth Shroud, still a bunch of stuff available.
He's going for the hybrid right now. Sanj and Basher for the Slark. Which is, I guess it makes sense, right? I would have liked to see something more out there, you know?
Unlucky.
Unlucky, yeah.
It's pretty out there.
Yeah, I guess so, but why not Mjolnir or something, you know?
True.
Or Aghanim Slark. That seems like it should be fairly good, shouldn't it? For a support Slark.
Yeah, we never really see it, do we, on the support Slarks, but I've always considered it when I see it, but yeah. I mean, to be honest, mostly 9 class doesn't really use it. They're going to drop everything they've got onto 9 class right now, but he still gets off the Dark Pact, still gets off the Shadow Dance, still turns it around, still kills Yodomi, and Satanic's still getting kills everywhere he looks. 14-0 and 5 on the Monkey King right now, about to hit 20k net worth at just 27 minutes into this game.
It's gotta be so obnoxious playing against this guy, man. Like, if you don't land a stun perfectly, he's gonna have 3 methods to keep himself alive, right? With the Shard, the ulti, and the Yule. And he's always in your face, you know, giving vision, so that the option of finding somebody else is only really gonna have to come from smoke and being lucky to some extent, right? Because you don't have any map control.
And yeah, exactly. The wards game is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, if you have map control as Slark, it's so oppressive. He just takes every single ward you want to try and get down. You have to put them in the most weird of places to try to answer this guy.
Yeah, unless you're running some push strat or something, then it's always gonna give you trouble, this Slark, but I don't know. Push strats in Dota right now feels kind of dead, doesn't it?
A little bit. A little bit. But then again, I thought one-mode combo strats in Dota were dead for a long time, but then Aurora made me believe.
Yeah. Good old Tight Hunter Invoker.
Yeah, it's a classic as PP gets brought down up in the top side, just desperately trying to farm up the next item, the sand.
Oh, they got him.
Okay, all right, 9 class is dead. Huge therapy kill here for Edge.
We got him, guys. Let's GG out.
Yeah, honestly. Pike still says, hold on, I can do this.
Just needs a rapier, right?
Yeah, which is why, I mean, Revenant is sort of like always tempting, especially versus Monkey King, but
yeah, you're gonna need more. You're gonna need a rapier. Yeah, and then you need somebody to hold this BB for you so it doesn't halberd you. And then you can cook.
There's a chance. So we did have Roshan stomping around the map there for a minute. Is Vidley gonna have to stampede himself away from no one. No one just being very, very obnoxious on this map.
Yep, here we go. Last defense without your stampede. Last racks remaining.
Into an Age of Shield rune Monkey King.
You do have... Oh, 9 class.
9 class is dead.
That's a good start.
It is, certainly. Satanic getting controlled up for quite a long time here, but the moment he comes out of that stun, he's laying into Vidley there. Doesn't care about the Blade Mail at all. Your horsey is dead. 4 heroes just remaining on Edge now to defend these barracks. Ward Trap on the backlines. Michael Ward Trapping himself, actually, as he is going to go down. Pake trying to just get off some clicks from the sidelines, trying to use the snakes to get some refraction hits, some side blade hits into the fight. That was quite desperate. Satanic trying to get off an ulti, interrupted by Yodomi a couple of times. PP, though, running out of mana, running out of health, running out of life, and
nice
running
wheel.
out of game. A wonderful Wheel of Wonder interrupts a blink away. PP will fall as well. Pike, the lone core remaining on Edge. They do have buybacks available if they can really use them here. Don't forget, Paravision are doing this 4 versus 5 this whole time. They didn't even have their slog for any of this.
They actually want to keep it going on Edge. Vitality's coming up again.
Give it a try. See what you can do. Stomp out onto DM. DM, not the easiest target to bring down. Pike just trying to get off damage where he can, but the daggers are just slowing him and burning through those refraction charges, causing him some real issues here as no one comes back in and starts dealing the real damage to these buildings. The banner is down and the racks are starting to fall. Pike, is there anything he can do here? I just don't think there is. And now jump in, that's a lot of damage. Take him down. See you later, buddy. No one barely even blinks as he does the majority of the damage there to that Templar Assassin. And I'm amazed they're not calling this yet, but...
Yeah, 60 seconds on Pike. I don't think that's enough to even, you know, respawn into this game anymore.
Nope, I don't think so. And there it is. GG is called. Game number 1, convincingly going to Paravision, reminding everybody why they are top of this group.
Yeah, I mean, 9 class started, right? It's a game of respect, and they definitely showed who's the...
This is Paravision, both teams locked in. Paravision locked in at the top, Edge unfortunately locked in at the bottom. This will be their last game here at DreamLeague Season 26. The last ride for Edge at this tournament. And there will be a lot of respect, a lot of tips, a lot of words in the early game here. Just nice to see. Yodomi and 9 class say hello to each other. Yodomi, by the way, I don't know if you heard our interview with Yodomi, but he revealed to us that he's got a 4K communication score, so shout out him.
Damn.
Yeah.
How do you even get that?
I don't know. I don't think we should ask that question. It's the old adage, don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to.
That's true.
Fiddly and Michael very much under reward here. Is what else is seen. So no.
Interesting. Pre-skill on the mirror image for TB, and pre-skill on the shrapnel for PP. I've seen this Conjure image level 1 quite a bit from TB lately, but I'm struggling to understand why it's better than the Reflection.
Yeah, Reflection just seems to do so much damage, but
right?
They're going to brawl a little bit for the bounties here. 9 class getting a little low during this.
I feel like if they had Reflection here, they would completely destroy this.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, he tried to block the wave or something?
Oh. Yeah, but he got a little distracted by the fighting, I think. Second one comes in, gets a little bit of a block off again. A little bit more damage onto Yodomi.
I mean, wasn't too effective, not gonna lie.
Yeah, there was an idea. Idea good, execution maybe not so good.
Right. I mean, actually, they get it into the tower somewhat, so
All right.
works out. All right. Yeah, the wave's gonna definitely push hard into Paravision side right now.
Okay, fair enough. Don't doubt them. That's what I just learned. It works out brilliantly for them, then that's exactly what they wanted to achieve from this play.
Just like Nine Class is playing a different game a lot of the time, you know? This is not the Dota that we know.
Yeah, he's always playing the next patch ahead.
Blocking the camp as well. That's pretty cool. Don't need to stick around for the wave pool, you know, potentially creating a scenario where Pike can connect the enemy wave.
Yeah, so simultaneously dragging the wave and blocking the camp. Very, very high skill stuff coming out from Minecraft here at the moment.
This is some StarCraft shit.
Yeah. As you said, not playing Dota.
Yeah.
Over in the top lane, Beastmaster. What can this hero do? The hero who is the most banned at this event, the highest contested hero at this event, and probably last event, and probably the event before it. But how good is it?
Well, he might... No, he's fine. I was gonna say he might have gone down there, but... This is not the easiest lane. There's a lot of spam coming out constantly, right? From Dusa and Jakiro. They're both gonna get stick charges as well constantly, right? So... If you wanna give it, then you should definitely go for things that abuse the stick charges, and that's exactly what they've done.
We'll draw everybody's attention to the CS at mid currently taking place. PP is struggling. PP is really struggling.
And we do have you on record as well, saying that...
I don't know what you're talking about.
Actually, zero pressure on no one right now. You know, it's gonna be pretty much full and get into boundary. What?
What?
Boundary.
Bounty? Sorry.
All right.
Rewind the tapes. What? He got the water rune and the bounty runes. That's like a full, like he is full health with 2 charges in the bottle now.
Almost having the boots as well. This is... If you're not taking over... Oh no, D-ward too. The deny though from PP.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah, I mean, no one doesn't even care. He's just going to stand in shrapnel now as well because he's got free lane basically.
Yeah.
Bottle is 2 bottle refills a minute too. Is absolutely ridiculous. He pinged it as well, so I'm not willing to believe that that was a planned thing. This isn't some like Paravision next level. Absolutely not. This is just somebody forgot. Nobody went to challenge that rune.
Bit of lapse on focus there. Looks like he's doing really good. 17 and 6 versus 12 and 4. It's not expected. And Shaker, if he was ever gonna struggle in this lane, he could always hit the jungle, right? He's a very fast jungler, but at this rate, he's not even gonna need that. He can just play the lane casually.
Maybe level 5, things will start to get a little difficult as PP gets the 3 points into shrapnel. Pretty big damage step up from each of these.
Interesting build from Sniper.
The headshot rather than take aim.
Yeah, the Orb of Frost as well.
Yeah, true. The Frost is quite cute.
I guess it makes sense with the shrapnel though. Keep them in there for a bit longer.
Yeah, get the click off, slow them down, get the shrapnel on top of their heads as well. I'm imagining like level 5 and this is lane over.
Yeah, and he didn't get a water rune this time for no one, so no refills of course available, so might start to struggle a bit right now.
Finally, finally the prophecy comes true. But he's still gotten so much more out of this lane than he should be, but that's just no one things. He doesn't lose lanes easily.
Yeah, always known to be an amazing laner ever since he came out onto the scene, which
absolutely
at this point it's been like 10 years of mid lane Dota. Well, you know, speaking about these core players, there's a lot of youngsters, you know, Pike and Satanic in this one, but no one's staying strong, even though he's comparatively old age in Dota. Which is funny to see, right?
Pretty amazing, isn't it? Imagine when I remember when like he started playing in teams again. What's up? Oh, Giga Stacks.
Yeah. That should be
my class has
slam,
been
right?
busy. I'd imagine so. The insurance policy for the middle lane. They knew they were going to need it. But still, even in CS, that is crazy. And yeah, no one says, all right, you can take the lane. I'm going to go hit some greaves, get myself a bounty from my bottle. farm this camp, get another bounty. It's yeah, it's gonna be efficient.
Yep. It's actually going for the Arcane Boots on Vitali on the Beastmaster, which is at this point kind of old school, right? I feel like the treads are way more useful when you're always going for the axe build. Stat attack speed is so valuable. Oh, 9 class in trouble. This could be first blood.
Looking like it, yeah. PP stacking up the shrapnels and will be getting first blood. Yodomi was about to take it, but then says, "No, you know what? My sniper can have it." There are some big stacks here, which they've seen.
Yeah, he's got shrapnel. It's amazing to kill stacks with, so...
Yeah.
Interesting that they don't decide to actually contest it right there. Maybe he wants to wait for level 7, but... I don't know.
Could get ugly. 9 class,
like
of course, going to come in, get the sentry.
I like you would really want to get this big camp right now if you're PP.
Yeah. This is pretty surprising to me, especially because you now have the slam on Shaker, so you know that he can go and just... That's what he's going to do. Like, he's going to go to this triangle, he's going to take those stacks.
Yep.
With the information they have, you would imagine they want to do something about it. Now, there is this one very dangerous Observer Ward placed by 9 class. Here we go, they're going to try and steal it. Yodomi coming in, just being the bodyguard.
I think he's just going to get it, right? There's no way Paravision can get on top of him in this position.
9 class comes in, looking for a couple of these. Not going to find it. Pyke even coming across as well and just grabbing a couple. They will leave them a singular pine cone. That is what you get.
That's huge, though.
It's huge in two ways, because you just denied a bunch of farm, and also the slam now doesn't really kill the Ancients, so no one doesn't really have a way to farm it. Of course you have Medusa, but this was supposed to be no one's insurance policy.
Oh yeah, Domi, he's going to have to figure out the proper path here. Maybe he can steal a bunch of XP here, potentially. But no one, he doesn't want to go for the stack just yet.
It's a little too hot, a bit too much heat on him right now. Got to get that star rating down. Rune gonna be spawning in a minute.
3 heroes sitting mid right now. Still not easy to get on top of the sniper though. Even if you land a Fisher, then he's always playing so far away, even though he doesn't have the take aim.
Oh, 9 class runs in, grabs the haste, but does get himself X-marked up, which may just result in a kill onto 9 class, and with that assassinate coming through, doesn't actually get the kill. It's Michael who gets it with the dead shot, but still, the man's dead. That's what matters.
Yeah, nice entry to the game from Pyke. You know, you always want to use your cooldowns, especially your ultis, as soon as you get them, so pretty much a perfect rotation there. Doesn't cost him much, just gets a free kill, and then he can go back to laning.
Yeah, good stuff. That's exactly what you're looking for from your carries these days as well. Like, it's pretty inexcusable for a carry just to AFK in a lane unless you're like a Medusa or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, maybe like sometimes you play Morphling, but then you always want your carry to do something, right? So either get the tower damage or join the team fight somehow, but they are setting up here. But DM is very far away, so it's only gonna be 9 class here.
9 class getting controlled up down in the bottom lane and doesn't have the 6 yet either. Will be dying, but Yodomi starts in response. DM there with the black hole out onto Pyke. Is there anybody else coming in? There certainly is. No one on the run looking for his target. Doesn't have Fisher, does have drums, but there's a whole lot of Eidolons in his way right now, which is a little bit awkward. Lovely fear catch there from Michael.
Yeah,
that should secure Pyke's life. Oh, a little bit off the mark.
That hit, maybe there was a chance, but still hard to bring down. So that's your black hole gone, a kill on 9 class, and a response from no one, which is... that's really big, honestly. And at this point, is no one even gonna go for the stack? Because he has enough for his dagger right now, pretty much. Yeah, just picks it up.
Damn, that is... oh, he didn't... he just got Brown Boots dagger. I mean, that's kind of a nice adaptation, lane against the sniper, you know, knowing you're gonna lose the lane, so you just kind of go for the pos 4 cosplay.
Yeah, seems like they're completely gonna forego the stack and potentially look for a smoke instead onto PP.
Interesting.
I can respect, but that's gonna slow down 9 class a lot, isn't it? Like, he's only level 4, he's gonna need this XP.
Blink Dagger has been revealed here, but the nice little Fisher gonna block off Yodomi. Jump in, slam onto both supports, but doesn't catch out PP at all. Immediately into the silence from Michael as well, so no one does not get the initiation he was looking for. Being pecked down now by the sniper, he's gonna fall. Yodomi backing away. And once again, things not going well for Paravision in this game.
Very clutch silence there from Michael. After the echo, he wasn't able to get anything off afterwards for no one, so... Blink reveal not paying off at all here. Now there's no echo, so PP is going to be chilling for a while, and there might even be an avenue for Edge to contest his stacks if they are aware. Yeah, Pyke is moving over. He has the boat.
Certainly does.
This is a tough spot right now for Paravision because you don't have a black hole or an echo slam, so...
Yeah, your defensive tools are very limited. 60 seconds still on that black hole. 70 seconds on the Echo Slam. They're just going to have to defend it, poke it. Ducalis, he's doing his best here, trying to hold ground, but it's not quite working. Satanic trying to take the stacks, but his life is more important. He has to back away. Edge, they are going to take absolutely everything.
God damn, this is so huge, actually. Vitalis here as well, so get a lot of it.
Gonna go up to 4K, roar out onto the Terrorblade as well. Okay, yeah, there you go. And we're gonna get to 5K from this. Not quite, but still a huge, huge turnaround for Edge.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is huge. I mean, no one... what is he gonna do, you know, with his build right now? He kind of counted on the fact that he was gonna get kills with his Echo. It ends up failing, and Edge has the perfect response. Like, they get their stacks, Satanic TP's over, it doesn't yield anything, and I don't know, things are looking good for Edge for the first time in the series.
I can tell you what he's gonna do. He's gonna be praying that Satanic can carry him.
Yeah, but he's playing into a sniper though, with a Beastmaster Kunkka as well. This is gonna be a very fast Radiance for Kunkka.
And the shutdown on a single target potentially is really, really good for Edge, so...
Yeah.
It shouldn't be one of those games where Medusa just runs rampant, but then... I don't know, actually. Coming to think about it, if you do just throw everything onto the Medusa, you leave yourself open to the just big Echo black hole.
Yeah. The wombo combo, right?
Ducalis going to be controlled up and killed off.
PP is very strong on this sniper right now. Level 10. They already killed the mid tower, now they're gonna get this bottom one as well. Potentially setting up to control the Wisdom afterwards, right? In a minute.
Yep, 20 minutes time. They should keep the heroes down here and try to fight that, but you need to make sure you've got someone guarding your own as well, because the obvious play will be to go and steal it on Paravision.
Aghanim's finished for Vitali here, so things are certainly ramping up. The Radiance. Yeah, Radiance being sent out as well, so now Edge can choose. Are we gonna keep farming it up? Because we're gonna farm really, really fast, right? Or are we gonna go make some plays?
That's a good question. They kind of free to do whichever they feel is stronger, because, as mentioned, those big ultis always give Paravision a comeback chance, regardless of the position they're in the game. You have to respect the slam, and that's exactly what's about to happen up in the top lane. They see Michael, and they just want to try and kill him without using too much here, but of course he has the ultimate. He's got the calling as well.
Maybe he's fine.
Does realize he is good fear, but Snake comes out, kill comes in, Satanic grabs him, roar out onto the Jakiro. Not exactly a high-value target here, as Satanic actually runs in to protect him with the Stone Gaze, but in from the backlines, Yodomi lands the Wheel of Wonder, gets a kill. Now Satanic, he's going to be the next target here. Lovely boat coming out on Satanic. He'll fall as well. Italy brings him down. That's a nice double kill for him.
Really nice. I mean, they have the Echo, but there's no way they can actually fight this anymore without Medusa, so... super crisp from Edge.
Yeah, do you see that catch there on Pyke? He X-marks him, but then torrents him to catch him after, like, before he brings him back, just for style points.
That is funny.
I haven't seen that before.
Well, I kind of wonder, what is the plan going to be right now for Pari? Because you got no one on the Shaker. He desperately wants to fight, right? There's no way he's going to be able to keep up in farm. But then you've got the EM on this Enigma. He's like, guys, I'm not sure I can fight, you know? Same story with Satanic. And they're in a very strange spot right now for Pari.
Yeah, one I don't really know how they're going to get themselves out of, but...
Right? I mean, this looks fine to begin with, but Satanic, he's so far in here. Vitaly comes in, it's pretty seamless, he can just walk in, right? They're very close to your tower. And then as soon as everybody shows up for Edge, I don't know. Once Dusai is stuck like this with a sniper hitting her,
Oh, DM. There was an idea there where DM comes in around the side with the black hole, either gets a Medusa out, makes a turnaround happen, but he actually ran out of mana. I think he casted Demonic Summoning as he approached the fight, so that's really the key thing there of why they went so wrong for Paravision, why they felt they had so much confidence there.
Yeah,
DM.
But the problem is as well though, right? You're never addressing PP, right? Unless you're getting the echo on him, then there's really no other way to get on top of him.
Yeah, you have to watch PP.
Now you're gonna have Blink, Aegis, Beastmaster, which we all know what that hero can do, right? There's a reason this hero gets banned like every single game.
Yep. One hero just doesn't get to play the fights. One hero doesn't get to play the games. Yeah. You can't do anything about it. And down goes Decisive.
Actually committing the roar there. Oh, they're gonna fight Satanic? No Manta right now for 10. Pinging him. I feel like they can definitely go for a dive here. They see him.
Yeah, but he gets to just slither away. Pretty surprising.
I like what they're doing right now.
Illusions, kill those.
Just taking down these objectives very early tier 2 if they're able to get it. And there's no way Paravision is going to be able to trade any meaningful objectives in the meantime.
Absolutely not. Top lane being shoved in, bottom lane absolutely fine for Edge as well. In fact, they've even got Kunkka down here to defend this one, so...
They actually want to fight on Paravision, seems like. They really need to get on top of the sniper. Unless they get on top of him, I don't see them winning. Oh, actually, people
Or he TP's away, that would help. Roar out. They're going to get on top of Yodomi. He's got the box keeping supply, but Michael is gone. There's a Thunderblade coming through. Yodomi dead as well. At the moment, it's just a pair of supports, but Fiddly, he needs to leave. Blink, TP, he will make it. Ooh,
that was really...
kind of leaving them in the lurch a bit.
That was kind of the one situation where Paravision can actually go for it with the core TPing out. So in the end, it's probably the wiser choice to just get out. You know, sacrificing your supports if you're Edge, but...
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But like, yeah. Didn't seem like they had the read on the smoke at all, or else they would have, you know, definitely stayed and taken the fight.
Radiant's top tower is
Fiddly, jump in, roar out onto Ducalis, claims the support kill.
Yep, just the life of a support against Beastmaster, right? What can you do?
Yeah, absolutely nothing. The roar, it's too strong. The cooldown is too low as well.
Oh, Satanic? No roar this time though.
They're looking after it. But he's going to turn around, chase him back. We'll be alright.
He's looking at a pretty fast butterfly on Satanic right now. That could be a good timing, right? There's no way there's going to be an MKB for anytime soon. Not for Pyke in this entire game, most likely. But for PP, he's going to be looking at other things first, right? He's getting the diffusal sent out right now. Which is nice, but the butterfly will neglect a lot of that. Oh no, they call this again.
That's looking a little tough. I mean, it's small kills, but it's, yeah, map.
Yeah, I mean, it's not fun for the cause, for sure. It's the worst games to play as a support.
That's what I mean about this tournament, though, is that like anybody can take a game off anyone, and sure you can look and point at that PL ban, you know, giving up the Beast Must, see if you can beat it is sort of what's happening here.
Yeah, pretty much. Very reckless. But also Edge are doing some good things, right? They're playing well, and the sniper pick definitely has a part in it, but it all comes from the Beastmaster. I would agree. Class, the armlet trying to sunder somebody. Eventually. No Blink Dagger just set though, which is a little bit surprising.
It's just a 5k gold advantage though. I don't feel like this is as high as maybe it should be.
Yeah, It's not overwhelming.
Like,
I mean, the map, they've taken 2 tier 2s and, you know, controlling the outpost now, but they need to do a little bit of a better job controlling the sides here, you know, preventing Pari from farming.
Yeah, and due to the group up, which Edge have been doing, there's actually an XP advantage for Paravision here. So when it comes to those big ultimates coming out from those supports, you know, there's a real chance here for Paravision to get a leg up in a fight. Of course, you gotta wait for this Aegis to come down. You gotta control the sniper. There's a lot of buts, there's a lot of ifs. But one big black hole could be all that it takes. Smoke up. Aegis is over, smoke broken. Yeah, Ice Path comes out. Satanic gonna grab him. Gorgon's Grasp comes out. There is, of course, the calling to slow them down.
Look at 9-class solo kill here onto Yadomi, perhaps.
Hello, sir. Oh, wait, hold. He might not get him here. 9-class trying to finish the job, but doesn't quite do so. Yadomi bouncing around to the trees. They'll kill off 9-class. Your memes are not welcome here, sir.
It's a good attempt. Unfortunately, the Solar Crest just able to protect him there. But that did give them a lot of information, right? They saw the TP, so they can. There's just a moment for them to take over their Radiant jungle.
Yeah, it is. Let's see if they can go. Actually, Pipe just got running out Satanic. Yeah, this should be an aggressive move.
He's got the SNY, so he's fairly tanky.
Yeah, he's tanky and quick as hell. He goes so fast with those face boots.
Oh, here we go.
Roar out onto no one. Fiddly trying to make some plays happen here, trying to stay on top of the Shaker, but Stonegates comes out. Satanic keeping no one alive, at least for now. And there's the pipe, there's the dagger. They'll get him out of there. No one's going to live, and Fiddly might not. Still being chased. There comes the whip from Yadomi, though, chasing back Satanic. He won't be killing Fiddly today. As Pike up to the high ground, over towards his tower, getting that little armor bonus there, and even going to throw some spells away off Satanic, of course. Still no big... Oh, slam on the back lines, finds Fiddly and Yadomi. No one does go down for his efforts, but it is a big pickoff. And now Satanic running out of mana. DM comes in with a solo black hole onto Michael. It's not much, but it's honest work, and they will kill the Medusa. Pike and PP running away on low HP, but Paravision with a huge statement fight here.
Damn, I can't believe no one survives, first of all, in that fight, but, you know, with the pipe coming out from DM here. But then he goes back in and gets the finish onto Vitali and to Yadomi there. Just a very nice fight overall here from Paravision. We're going to see the slam here in a moment.
Absolutely crazy. I mean, crazy for the Fiddly to stick around there, I would say. Like, he's trying to heal up from the creeps using the drums of Slom. It's just such an underwhelming heal, though, when you're trying to do it off creeps.
Right. Just, I mean, credit to no one as well, though, right? Perfect angle.
Oh, absolutely.
Got the complete wraparound. And Satanic is actually able to tank, you know, through this fight for... Oh, 9-class. Just 9-class things.
Yeah, this is endless entertainment.
You can see the power of the butterfly in the last fight, though, right? Like, he's able to stay in the front line for such a long time, ultimately giving that opportunity to no one. Sniper just not doing enough to him in this current point. He's gonna need some true strike for sure.
I'm a huge fan of this ward down here, by the way, for the dire side in the river.
Yeah, it's good.
It's giving 9-class so much freedom to go play down here. Trying to find their sentry, won't be able to do so, but still just... Well, it's deep vision going to make him more of a threat. It just feels so scary to be anybody in this game. It's kind of like playing against like a Nyx assassin who's like drunk.
Yeah, I mean, the armlet has multiple purposes as well, right? It actually makes these illusions fairly strong, so you can constantly sit here and kill off the creep waves. And then also, you know, obviously enabling the thunder, right? So it's gotta be so frustrating to deal with him. I mean, at some point you would have to think, though, Vitali just goes over there and kills him, right? Buys a dust and should be fairly seamless, but hasn't attempted it so far in this game.
Hasn't given it a go. The Roar coming out of the backlines onto Ducalis here. So there's a little bit of lagging behind from Paravision. That will be punished appropriately.
It's only Ducalis though every single time. There hasn't really been a Roar that yielded a kill, except for on Ducalis for this entire game, I feel like.
Class has just been so patient as well, waiting down the bottom side. That's the thing, like, he's not constantly searching, he's not constantly, like, putting himself in positions where he can die. He's just being opportunistic, getting vision down, playing on that.
He's always making sure that this bottom wave is pushed in, and at some point you have to respond if you're Edge, right? Because this tier 2 is going to start taking a lot of damage.
No one wants to. No one wants to go down here into the TB.
Yeah.
And now it's nighttime as well. Interesting, he does seem to switch it up, depending on whether it's day and night without the blink dagger.
That is interesting.
Pretty much the moment it turns nighttime, TPing across the map, looking for some action.
Paravision cross-mapping right now. They want to understandably contest the Roshan, of course. Don't want to give another Aegis to Vital here.
Ooh. Oh, Pike! Oh,
Yo!
he gets him! 9 class under the tier 2 tower! You are never safe versus the 9 class Terrorblade.
So frustrating, man. And now Paravision, they're gonna take complete control of the Roche area. And it's 40 seconds. I mean, this should be the Roche. No way you're gonna contest it without your Conka, right?
Just absolute tomfoolery.
That's your BKB timing as well for Pike.
Come on.
Gotta feel so bad, man. Like,
Radiant are scanning.
freaking 9 class.
Yeah, he's such a troller. And down on the bottom side as well, your Domi just gonna get slammed by no one, still looking to make plays on the map.
I like the heads up, already setting up for this play, understanding that the Roche is fairly free, but there is a small chance this gives them an
illusions. Satanic still in the pit. Michael's gonna get some
really
vision
quick
here, but yeah, these illusions are causing issues here. Fiddly can't find the angle to blink over, and it's just gonna go to Satanic. Oh, there could have been an opportunity there, but with all of those illusions coming out from the pit and slowing them down, cancelling blinks, giving them vision, it just meant that Edge just couldn't find the edge to get into that pit.
Yeah, it would have had to come from a smoke, right? But unfortunately a bit too slow. I felt like if they smoked as soon as they saw the jump bottom from no one, there would have been a chance for sure, but Paravision showing their experience here in a game like this, which is, they've been in a tough spot for this most of this game, right? But now they're actually equalizing completely.
No. No. They've got the vision this time. Is it gonna matter? BKB comes out, but it's a little too late. But he wants some revenge. 9 class gonna be the one jumped in, but Pike's trying into his face. Yeah, Pike is mad, dude. He is pissed, and they are gonna kill him. They even gave him a gem, by the way.
Oh.
He still almost died to that.
Yeah. I mean, if he didn't BKB, he was for sure dead.
Yeah.
I mean, goes to, like, I felt like you could have addressed this 9 class TB way sooner though, with just buying a dust on Vitaly, right? And what can he do about this? But
he never found him though.
That's true. It's only been Decisive every single time.
Satanic now coming for the towers. Skadi, Butterfly, Manta, Aegis, absorbing all the attention in this game as they kill off Michael. Another slam on the side lanes.
Getting the Octarine as well for no one.
Yeah, no one's just playing whack-a-mole.
Yep. I mean, we discussed the fact that he can't really farm, but if you can farm heroes, then you don't need to farm creeps.
And going for the slight adjustment to the regular Shaker builds with no Aghanim Scepter. This has been increasingly common recently.
Yeah. I think the Octarine is so freaking nice, you know? Well, MKB finish up right now. That's still an Aegis though for Satanic, so understandably Edge are hesitant to commit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, I don't know how you approach this Medusa.
Right. At least not while the Aegis is up.
Radiant are
No. I mean, they do have Sniper with Diffusal and MKB, so PP will always be a threat as they try again, but this time around, 9 class, he's gonna get caught out.
No toggling your way out of that, my friend. But they will give up a tier 2 for it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
pretty clear now for Edge to make this defense happen. I think Paravision need to respect that.
They still have the reward. They didn't have to spend it for the 9 class kill, so potential 5v4 right now.
Smoke though. Willing to bait Satanic with the Aegis.
Yeah.
Stun out. That's awkward. Pike not really allowed into this fight. They're going to just try and blow up Michael to start this one off, but can't really do so. Raw comes out onto DM. No black hole coming through today, sir. He will lose. And now Satanic also going to die for a first time here. Where's the rest of the team? They'll set PP on fire with a Macropire. It's doing good work, honestly, but he can just jump over that fissure as Vitaly finishes it off to Callus, looking over towards no one now as well. No one trying to finish off Yadomi. Yadomi solo, but will not fall. And it's a triple kill for Vitaly now. There is a reason this hero is banned out almost every single game. And Paravision, it might be the one hero they cannot beat on Edge.
Really heads up from Edge. Taking the opportunity while 9 class is dead, going for the smoke, and they get the perfect target as well in the Enigma, right? He did have a Lincoln, but they were able to break it, and then combo him with the roar on the boat. As we're gonna see here in a moment.
Yeah, the movements from Vitaly was pretty sick.
Yeah, the angle is perfect. And it's also the best target you can get, honestly. It's a shame they weren't able to get Satanic. I felt like in some ways it would have been better to stick on him rather than chasing the Shaker right here, right? But easy to say in hindsight, of course.
Yeah, yeah. "31 minutes in, and it is not a clear game at all. Yeah. Anybody could still take this. Medusa, massive threat, but Beastmaster also clearing up heroes left, right, and center. And 9 class still being a lunatic.
It's a very slight goal lead for Edge, but I feel like overall Paravision has been controlling the map better, right?
Top lane, 9 class, looking to see if he can get a cheeky kill onto Michael.
If he goes for this gate, then he's definitely gonna get it, but doesn't seem like he will.
You gotta be suspicious if you see any of these Terrorblade illusions just sitting around looking for vision.
Right.
Moving across the lane, sees Yadomi, tries to go for him here, but I don't think he's got enough damage to bring him down, so 9 class will just be dying again.
Well, they have successfully addressed him a bunch of times now, but he's making it in a way that where Edge, they constantly have to play together, which is why I guess they're losing their gold lead also.
Yeah, we gotta, I don't know. It's really hard to analyze this Terrorblade.
Right.
Like, the risk reward is very high.
It's also part of why it looks so good, I think, because who understands it better than 9 class, right? If you don't understand the problems you're dealing with properly, then how do you address it?
And get on top of PP here, this would be a great start to this fight. And it looks like they might just be able to. There is the box, there is a calling, everything used to keep PP safe. Managed to actually get him stuck in a really little crevice there. He couldn't quite walk away from.
I think when Dusa picks up his Blink Tiger, things will change drastically for Paravision, because right now, the only one that can really get on top of him is no one, and maybe 9 class as well, but they're gonna need more to be able to bring down PP properly.
Yeah, you have to shut him down, get on top of him, force him to be running away in the fights. Same with Sniper, sometimes it's not even about killing him, it's about forcing him to not be attacking you.
Right. Which is usually a pretty simple task. But when you don't have the best initiators and you have a Dusa as your carry, it's not as easy as you think, especially with Vital and Pike always sitting in front, you know, taking the brunt of the action.
Yeah, both teams have very good protections for their right clickers. Alright, is it time to go watch 9 class again?
Yeah.
Not really. There's not many heroes around where he is. Although...
EP is coming over, kinda.
That'd be a big one. It's just every time they see these illusions, they're just being like, right, okay, he's in this area, play careful.
He needs to mind game them, you know? Send them down bottom, and then TP top immediately. Or take the game.
Yeah. Sort of what he was trying to do here, but the thing is, like, we're focused in on the killing people thing. Like, yeah, that's a threat, but also, he's running around the map, he's taking watches, he's getting down some vision. He's causing quite a lot of ruckus. And the Aeon Disc purchase. What is this adaptation? I suppose... Well, any instance of damage you take whilst you're below a certain threshold of HP is just going to trigger that Aeon Disc, so it kind of gives you...
True. It gives you a lot of time for the Sunder to come out, right? If you get jumped.
Yeah.
And...
A
I
window
guess
of invincibility.
it doesn't have any interaction, right? Because when your Aeon Disc pops, you don't do damage, right? But that doesn't work like that with Sunder, I imagine.
Yeah. It's just such a stressful way to play the game, 9 class. Like, he's wanding, he's armlet toggling against every neutral camp he fights against.
It's living on the edge.
Truly.
They can see PP.
So
They might
uncomfortable.
just slam him immediately. He does have a BKB though,
Dire's middle tower
which he didn't
is under
before.
attack.
Yeah, that's a huge step forward for Edge.
It all comes down to the vision and the initiation in these moments.
Yep, so Titanic, he's going to be quick with the Disperser, so staying on top of PP if there's no one else around is going to be possible, but of course it's those other heroes which are pesky. Whack, 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 whack.
Oh! The pre-placed send.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are just A-clicking there. That's got to be it, right? Just...
Oh, it's a good attempt.
No.
If it worked, that would have been an instant like team fight win.
Yeah, of course. It was a bold attempt. I'd like a replay on that. I just want to see what PP did, like maybe 9 classes reaction. So we have this slow push coming on.
Just a pre-placed sentry, right? And it's A-click in the ground.
I think so. Just always be A-clicking if there's a TB in the game, I guess. All right, here we go.
That is Radiant Sentry next to the Decisive.
Jump in from 9 class, instantly dead.
And another Roshan here for Edge. Don't think Paravision is gonna be in time, even if they wanted to.
Yeah, no, it's going to be going their way. PP grabs himself an Aegis, there's a Refresher Shard, there's a Cheese. Like, this is a late Roshan. We are 37 minutes in, folks. A lot of loot.
That helps so much, right, for PP. Now he can potentially tank an initiation even with his Aegis. But it is a matter of, can Edge actually reach the Paravision base without getting split pushed into Oblivion?
Radiant are scanning.
Good reads from
Sniper
no one.
coming down
Getting
the
up.
bottom side. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm a little surprised that no one never went for the Aghanims at any point in this game. Just, you know, the mobility in the fights feels like it's going to be quite strong because you want to stay away from the Beastmaster and the Kunkka, but you also want to stay on top of the Sniper, so...
right? I mean,
Mobility would have been a really nice factor here.
people are straying away from it in general on Shaker. Oh, no!
Gets dropped, there it is!
That's such a momentum breaker, you know? Because this
It
would have been
really
an
is,
opportunity
yeah.
for Edge to potentially threaten the bottom racks, but... Well, that's like, I don't know, a fifth of your Aegis timer gone, just based on that.
Now the Aeon Disc is up, so I'm very interested to see how this adaptation works. I have not seen this before. Like, in theory, it's gonna get popped extremely easily, but then also maybe not, because when does he even take damage? Does this allow him to go and kill the Kunkka, who has a Radiance?
Yeah.
Not sure.
Spike
Spike.
couple there.
Definitely taking some heavy hits, but PP's backing him up, so... With PP behind you, you're always safe. Tier 2 dies.
Feels so
Good
bad
tower.
for Edge, man. They get his Roshan and doesn't yield, like, they have 0 map right now.
Yeah. That Beastmaster being dead, I mean, he was their highest net worth hero at the time. And it's just 9 class, just... Yeah.
What do you even do to protect yourself against this, you know? Like, the Solar Crest has been nice from Yadomi, that has kept him alive a couple times, but you're not going to have this if you're a core hero.
Can Lincoln stop it?
Yeah, Lincoln's can
Yeah.
stop the Sunder, but do you want to have Lincoln's on Beast? I guess you do. Just for this. Yeah.
Yeah. So the 9 class stops killing me randomly in the secret shop.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Have a look. Oh, we're gonna have like a little montage of attempts here. Yeah, down goes Pike.
Oh no.
This
is
one. Hey man, look, if you can't handle 9 class at his worst, then you don't deserve it at his best.
To be
right?
fair, if he has an A on disc in that mid attempt, it works, right?
Yeah, it would have done, right? He just lives, he still gets off the Sunder, like crazy. Unless Sniper BKBs.
Yeah, but then he's trading BKB for A on disc, which I think Paravision is very happy with, aren't they?
If he stays alive, which I don't think he does.
I guess so, yeah. But still, your BKB being out for that, and you can potentially re-engage with the Shaker after.
That's true. Buys a little bit of time, a little bit more info. And it's still going to hurt the Sniper to have that reflection on him and everything, so yeah. That would get perched by the BKB. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things you'd have to see in see play out.
Mm-hmm.
Aghanims Fujikalis, by the way, is pretty close now.
That is huge.
Yeah, we saw Sniper really struggling with it in the last fight. You know, the thing about Sniper is that he's always like one spell away from dying. If he has to use a concussive grenade to get away from one thing, then he's only got the Hurricane Pike to get away from the Medusa, and then she just closes the gap with Disperser. Like, it sounds like we're talking about stuff in the vacuum, but that is kind of how it goes with Sniper, is you are just permanently running away.
The thing is, it's so long, like the macro pie, right? So you can almost just put it down in a way where it helps Dusa, you know, stay in an area to fight, if that makes sense. You're just zoning the Sniper away, even if you don't kill him. Well, Lincoln's picked up by Pike here shortly. That will make him immune for the Thunder play for a bit at least.
Yeah. Actually, that'll help him out.
He will be able to break the Lincolns with the Hex.
No way. That's pretty filthy.
It's
a long way off. It's a long way off.
It is. I wonder if you go for like 4 staff or something, just to be able to break.
No one, just going to whack them all down Michael in the middle lane. Gem actually gets dropped, but doesn't pick it up, so Pike will go on a mission to grab it. He's very happy to have this gem. Just kidding, he throws it on the floor immediately.
Oh, they see him.
Yeah, he'll be alright here. Although, Fiddly closing the gap. They got the
Backpack
vision.
is A on disc.
Yeah, bringing it in, but it's not there quickly enough. Why was his own disc in the backpack?
I don't know. I guess he didn't want it to proc through the, like, from the assassination.
Yeah, I suppose so. Trying to save it for later. Knew he wasn't going to die to the assassinate, so... But unfortunately didn't realize Fiddly was chasing him quite so fervently as well. Alright.
Satanic opting for the Daedalus now over the Blink Dagger, which is interesting. Well, like, the Blink Dagger definitely has really good usages in this game. Aghanims for Yadomi. Double charge on the save. Definitely nice.
There's been so little team fighting in this game, actually. Like, it's always just been...
It's only been the one fight down at the bottom, right?
Yeah, pretty much. The rest of it's just sort of 9 class doing things, and everybody else sort of just waiting to see if it's a good thing or a bad.
Right. There was an attempt in mid, but oh, here we go. This guy has ADs though.
Yeah, this is the Sniper's first life, absolutely gone. He's got a cheese to swap in as well, so on the second life, we'll have a little bit more survivability. But
second echo.
Slam coming out, no chance of a BKB there. PP gets put into the ground.
Alright, that was clean timing from no one. And PP,
Absolutely.
to be fair, he probably didn't expect the second echo.
Who does? Who does? Alright, Michael just going to be left to die on this cliff alone and afraid.
That's your gem too, so huge win for Paravision.
No one going to be able to grab that one.
So
Goodness
it's about
gracious.
About a minute now. Unlikely that it will be enough to get the racks, but small chance.
What I love about that fight is that DM wasn't even there. Terribly wasn't even there. Like, oh, it's literally just 3 heroes jumping onto 5 heroes of edge and winning.
Yeah, like as soon as you got the Macropire onto the sniper, you're just like, all right, I can slam him, and the refresher as well. I mean, the problem is for PP, right? Even if he knew there was a refresher there, he would have to peek him immediately on the respawn with Aegis. And then no one is still going to have the opportunity, right, to get him afterwards. So
Yeah.
this is some of the issues with Sniper. It's just so clunky in a way, right? Doesn't have any mobility and he just dies so easily.
Yeah, it feels like he needs Satanic pretty quickly, but he's going for more damage. And again, if you go Satanic, you won't have the damage to deal with Satanic, so...
Yeah, that's
ironic.
very, very ironic. Well, they are able to protect the racks. Only get a tier 3 for Paravision, which... good news, but... I do feel like the game is not getting easier for PP on the Sniper, and... gotta wonder what the plan is to... get some momentum in this game.
9 class now has the gem, which feels sort of risky. I don't know.
Right?
Maybe you clear out this part of the map and then hand it over to somebody else. Maybe that's the play.
I mean, I guess it was a stolen gem, so they could afford to get another one if they want to, but giving it back to Edge, not the best always.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Get this gem to safe hands, please. Get a little bit more dewarding. Gem delivery service, much like our rapier delivery service from a series earlier. Was not pretty. God, we've had some crazy games today.
Are they gonna go on Satanic here? There's only one war for Vitality here.
He did manage to get off the BKB, but he's running out of health pretty quickly. DM comes in with a black hole onto the sniper, controlling up PP. PP did get off the BKB, and along with the escape act, might just buy himself a little bit of time at the BKB ends, and he is dead. Bye PP. Bye Yodomi as well. DM getting chased by Italy though, but yeah, it's really an awkward fight for him. Getting controlled up. Refresher Orb is available, but he's going to use it and die.
That was close actually
rough.
on Satanic. If they had the second reward to go, which was on cooldown in this fight, they could have actually killed Satanic there, and the fight looks completely different. In the end though, no one he has cleared, you know, he knows exactly what he needs to do. Always going for PP no matter what. With the refresher, he's just gonna send everything he's got on PP. Poor sniper.
It's also really funny that PP did 26 damage in that fight according to Fight Recap, because he's just blasting everything into Satanic.
Yeah, the mana shield, right? Doesn't actually count.
Nope. So
No, you don't
damage numbers always looking very rough, and yeah, this is looking like 1 lane of barracks, 2 lane of barracks, maybe 3 lanes, and that does indeed mean megas. 30 seconds still on this sniper. You cannot fight without him, but you can't seem to fight with him, so Edge may be on the edge of losing this one.
They do a buyback on Vitality, but they're still gonna need PP for sure before they can do something.
Oh, risky there from the Kunker. There are Yules available. Jumping onto Michael, but Michael's going to get boxed up and get himself to safety, just about living this time around.
Here we go, second attempt, but PP's not alive yet.
He's not. This is very, very early. Probably too early here from Edge, trying to keep their barracks alive. They failed to do so, and now it just turns into a really awkward attempt. Finley inside of the Macropire cannot escape. The burn is too much. Satanic, despite having no mana left, gets himself away. 9 class jumping in, trying to get PP, but PP brings down no one. It's a good kill. Now they move over towards 9 class as well. Good secondary therapy kill onto 9 class. Immediate buyback coming out from the Terrorblade. 9 class is not messing around.
Yeah. Good cheese usage from PP there. He actually still held it on from the last fight, but that's a dieback on Vitality and the Beast and Megas. I mean, I understand why they went for the go on Satanic there, right? But without PP, you're just never gonna bring him down.
Yeah, they wanted to keep their barracks alive, but awkwardly it was just way too late for that and way too early for PP, so... But then they're just gonna run away the moment they finish the barracks anyway, so it was now or never.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
what have we got in terms of 25 and item timings for Edge to stay in this one?
I mean, kind of have to be Rapier, right, for PP, doesn't it?
I think so. Plus this max headshot knockback, and yeah, they got something.
Well, Rapier is not going to help you with surviving. Oh, Rapier Conka, okay.
Didn't have my odds on that one, but he does have the 25 talent, so this...
That's pretty good.
This hurts.
Saw Satanic the other day, he had a double or even triple rapier Conka, I think.
I remember that.
They
He did
ended up
absolutely nothing.
they ended up winning the game actually in the end though.
Yeah, but I remember in the last fight, like I'm not even sure like he got any damage off on it. It was kind of just.
It's just an intimidation factor, I guess. Very good at defending megas too.
Yeah, definitely. Can keep this one going infinitely now. TB with the shield rune. Looking for shenanigans as always. I still haven't seen an attempt with this Aeon Disc yet. I'm kind of waiting for it. I think there was one in the last fight, but I wasn't paying attention to that.
It is for Satanic, Cheese for no one or DM, presumably. And I think this is where you try to make the go, right? If you're a Paravision. You don't want to let this get into like a triple rapier territory game.
No, definitely not.
Oh, double damage as well.
Okay, all right. Yeah, this should be the game deciding fight here. Well,
That is
whether the
very
game ends for
Very
Paravision or
convenient.
if we're going to stick around for another half an hour.
True, yeah. EP
Listen.
and Pike both need less than 200 gold for buyback.
Mind Class is looking for options here. Doesn't have any vision though. It's a little tricky. And there's that illusion coming up the high ground, which it's kind of. Oh no!
Fox on a break. Okay, he's got A on this.
There it is. Aeon Disc comes out. Will it get him the kill to Michael? No, it will not. Michael gets off the pierce the veil, meaning that he survives through this, but they are just going to jump onto Fiddly, and he is gone. No Beastmaster for this defense. Pike trying to come in, trying to use that X marks to get off a bit of damage, and they have got Satanic down to about 50% mana. But it won't be enough to scare him off just yet, especially with that Aegis. Paravision looking to close this one out. One tier 4 will fall, looking for another one here.
Another
Pressure.
backfire.
Yeah, PP.
Towers are dying fast. You gotta do something if you're Edge, but what can you do without your beast? It's gonna have to come from Pike.
It really will. PP's just trying to absorb as much of this on the front lines, trying to get this Satanic off his base. As in goes no one, looking for the play onto PP. PP is low, but the box comes down, giving him a little bit of space to reposition here, but he goes in. DM tries to get off the black hole, dodged out by PP though. He's sliding through the fight right now, keeping them all alive. But now Satanic closing the gap, and 9 classes there to put him to bed. As in comes Pike from the sidelines, but he just cannot get off those hits, cannot get off that damage. Ancient starting to get low here as Paravision looking to put an end to this game. The crit does come through and kill off DM. Pike back into the fountain though, forced away inside the box, looking for 9 class. 9 class goes down as well, but the Ancient will fall. GG is called. Game number 2, it will go to Paravision, much closer than the game number 1, but ultimately Paravision, they will turn this one around and secure themselves a victory.
DM is already on his phone when the throne is